In this tutorial, we're going to take our masking and our selections to the next level. Here's a coloring page I went and I found. Here's our coloring page I found. Rather than filling this coloring page like I did in previous videos, this time I'm going to fill them with texture. And to make this so this isn't incredibly painful, I'm going to show you a few ways that we can speed up our selection process. First thing is I need a background for my snake. I'm going to use the magic wand tool, or W, and then I'm going to select my background. We can see when I zoom in, I've got this little dancing line, or marching ants they call it, going around the snake. This is my selection, but there is a bit I missed. Looking in here, in the middle of the snake, I want to make an addition to the selection. Looking along the top of my screen, I can see that there are some extra things I can do. I can make a new selection, I can add to selection, subtract from selection, or do an intersection. I want to add to selection. If you look carefully at my magic wand tool, it'll now have a plus next to it. Then when I click, I have added to that selection. Let's look at what this does before we talk about how I can have it interact with pictures. I'm going to use my brush tool. I'm going to grab a color just so you can see what I actually have selected. When I color here, everywhere out that I have selected, which is the outside, and then this little gap in here, is being colored in. I can change that. I can invert that with a select. Now, this menu is super useful, and this is all based around creating selections. So I can select all, I can deselect, so nothing selected at all. I can invert my selection. Inverting my selection means that whatever I have selected now deselects, and whatever I didn't have selected becomes selected. This sounds a bit complicated, but it's actually really straightforward. I'm going to invert my selection. Now when I draw, it's only allowing me to draw on the inside on the snake, the exact opposite of what I just had. I'm going to deselect, and I'm going to now add in a texture. I want to put a texture behind the snake. I could do it the way that we've been doing in class, where I go out and I find a texture. For example, this leaf texture. It's pretty sweet. I can right-click, copy image, go back to Photoshop, and I can paste, either with Control-V or Edit Paste. When I paste in, it makes it on a new layer. I can toggle the visibility of that layer with this eye, and I can rearrange it. I want this leaf to fill up the entire frame, so I need to make it a bit bigger. I'm going to use my Move tool, which hotkey is V. I'm going to drag it up so it fills up one corner. I'm going to make sure Show Transform Controls are on. If you don't have this clicked, you're not going to be able to click this corner and drag it out. Now that I have that all the way full, I'm going to remove layer visibility and then do my selection. Magic wand tool. Now, I was not careful about which layer I was on. I have selected something on my layer 2 which is not visible. I'm going to deselect with Control D, or going up here and hitting deselect. I'm going to ensure that I am on layer 1, and then when I use my magic wand tool, I'm going to select the background. I'm going to make sure I'm on add to selection, and I'm going to add some bits of the snake that I should be able to see. Once I have all my selection completed, I can turn back on layer 2, select layer 2, and hit my mask icon. Remember, when we look at our layer mask, anywhere that is white is opaque, and we cannot see through it. However, anywhere that is black is opaque, and we can see through it to whatever is on the layers below. All right, I have a couple other textures that I've already opened, and you can see, kind of like in your web browser, there are some tabs up here, and I can click through the tabs to see which one I'm working on. I can also bring one of my images from one of the tabs over to the snake that I'm working on by clicking the Move tool or hitting V, clicking the layer I want to copy, dragging it. I'm still holding my mouse button down, dragging it over. I can switch tabs by putting my mouse over it and then letting go. I think this would make for some really cool snake eyes, and then maybe I can repeat that pattern along here. To make sure that this texture fits over everything, I'm going to make sure that I'm on the move, show transformer controls are on, make it big enough. If I'm having trouble telling if I've got the texture in the right spot, I can reduce the opacity. That is this over here, and this is how transparent is the texture or the layer I'm working on. This makes it really easy for me to see, yes, I'm covering all the bits of the snake that I want to be textured this way. I'm going to hide that texture for a little bit so that I can use the magic wand tool to make my selection. Ensuring that I am on the right layer, in this case, the coloring page, I'm going to grab my magic wand tool and I'm going to make some selections so that I can then make a mask out of that. I already have the add selection selected, so it's going to be really easy for me to now go and click through and add a whole bunch to my selection. Now that I have all that selected, I'm going to go back up to my layer 3, turn on visibility, and then I'm going to hit, again, the layer mask. My snake needs a bit more color. I'm going to do that real quick and then show you how I can change that without a lot of work. Okay, I now have a blue snake, but I've changed my mind, and I no longer want the snake to be blue. I might want the snake to be another color, or maybe I want to use a cool texture. Does that mean I have to go back and reselect everything? Not necessarily. Let's talk about how we can use the magic wand tool to grab all sorts of similar colors at the same time. If I select just this little tiny part of the snake with the magic wand tool, it only selects that little bit of the snake. It really would be nice if I could select everything on this layer that was that same color. By going up to select, I can click similar. When I click similar, it's going to look everywhere on this layer for anywhere where that blue is, and it's going to make a selection out of it. I can then change my color of my snake from this blue to this blue that easily. If I decide, you know what, I don't really want that snake color that way, I would prefer to have a texture. I can come over, I can grab a texture, drag it into my project. It looks a little bit weird right now because remember, we have these two other layers above it. And these layers are showing bits of themselves over top, blocking out the snake. If I turn those two layers off, it looks a bit more like we expected, where there is this wood texture as a rectangle over it. All right, I'm going to deselect. Remember that is edit select, or you can use the hotkey Control D. I'm going to adjust my texture so it fills everything that I want the snake to be colored with. I'm going to turn off all those layers so that I can see my snake down here. I'm going to use that magic wand tool, select the color that I did before, and I'm going to do select similar. Remember, this is only going to select the same color. If I choose white, it's going to select everything on the page that is white, which in this case is almost everything. I'm going to turn the layer on that I want the mask on, make sure that I am on the layer that I want the mask to be turned into, and then I'm going to click Add Layer Mask. I can turn back on other bits of my snake, and now I have a nearly finished snake. But how did I do that text in the beginning? Over here. How did I make a mask that has a texture in it, but is the shape of text? This is the same steps we just did, but with one difference. I'm going to use the text tool, and I'm going to make my text. I'm going to use this placeholder text because it doesn't really matter what I do. I'm going to say, okay. Next thing I need to do is I need to pick a texture, and I've got one right here. Let's turn it on. I'm going to reduce the opacity of my texture a little bit so that I can position it exactly where I like it. Maybe there's I want this knot of wood under the T. Maybe I think that looks nice. Once I have that where I like it, I can turn that texture off. We could have our layer. We could select one of the letters. Make sure you're editing the text layer when using your selection. And I could say select similar. Go up to the layer that I would like to put the mask on. Make sure I'm editing the layer. And then click Add Layer Mask.